Hi, everyone. I'm Heben.
I'm Tracy.
And welcome to another round with Heben and Tracy.
That was beautiful.
Thank you.
You
Thank
should
you.
Sing more often.
I will not. Today, we have a shot for you. We're going on vacation because we value our sanity.
And we tired. We so tired.
And we've been working hard. But we still want to,
give you a little something.
A little something. This is our ongoing segment on the house where we give our friends and listeners advice with whatever questions they send to us at anotherround@buzzfeed.com.
Please remember that we are not professionals.
Oh my God, that's what I tell everyone before I give them advice. Like, all right, I'm not going to bear the consequences of any of this. Please bear that in mind.
Cannot sue us. You cannot sue us.
But we do like to answer some of the questions while we can.
Mm-hmm.
So today's question deals with anxiety.
Anxiety in relationships.
Ooh. I know.
It says, I'm turning 30 on September 9th, and I have battled with depression since 5th grade. I come from a Black and Mexican household, and neither side was really open to the idea of mental illness until my senior year of high school. I had to leave school in 2008 during my senior year of college because the depression and anxiety had completely taken over my life. I could not do anything, and that's not exactly an exaggeration. I was in such a dark place in my life, but I had an amazing support system. My family was there for me every step of the way, but now with my life back on track, I'm thinking about going back to finish school. It brings me so much anxiety. I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years, but he does not understand anxiety at all. He thinks I'm just making excuses not to go back to school, but I have continuously told him that when I go back, I want to go back strictly and selfishly for myself, not because of him. I get so frustrated trying to explain that anxiety is a real thing. He is the smartest person that I've ever come across, but he is purely logic. He gets depression, but fails to read about anxiety. Do you have any advice on how to face returning to school without freaking completely the F out? I also need to know if you ladies have any advice on getting this man in my life to understand that anxiety is not synonymous with an excuse. My anxiety is a huge problem in our relationship, but it's been with me much longer than he has. I don't want it to be this huge issue keeping me from returning to school or even wanting to return to school or keeping me from having a successful relationship.
I'm already crying. This is too much. I mean, this is life, but...
we both talk a lot about our own struggles with depression and anxiety, so this is definitely familiar territory for me. So the thing that sticks out to me most is that this dude that she is with won't even take the time, exert the energy to even learn about anxiety.
Yeah, number one red flag. What I found in relationships like this is like there's just a tipping point where we put it all on the line. Listen, like this is a huge part of my life. I need you to understand it more or like you won't be able to understand me.
Right. And if not, then you have to get rid of people who I don't want to say get rid of.
I do.
Really, like if somebody is not adding anything to your life or if they're not adding more than they take from it, then keeping them around is not going to help out.
Yeah, I love that you started about talking about how your family was a great support system to you.
Yeah.
You know what support looks like and what it means to be cared for and understood in this particular context. So I think it's important to relay that to him.
Yes.
And like concrete ways you can do that is like my friend likes to always ask, what does support look like for you? Like right now, like day to day ask that. Like, is it like, can I help you with laundry? Or is it like, help me write this email that I'm anxious about?
Well, that's a great friend.
It's Mecca.
Oh,
Shout out to Mecca.
It's hard enough fighting anxiety as it is. Like you by yourself. And you have to fight anxiety and him. Like, where is the peace in your household? When do you get to just like relax and be you and take care of yourself, you know?
Yeah. And then the whole school element. Woo! Triggering. As we all know, I did not finish school. And it's a very similar story.
So as someone who has been through this, what advice would you give?
Sometimes it's not worth it. But you know what your limits are and it's okay to try. It's okay to try and fail. It's okay to try and succeed.
Yeah. And it's okay to try and fail and try and fail and try and fail.
Yeah. If this is something that means something to you, you're going to want to try.
Right.
Now, how you approach that actual school year and what support system you set up for yourself so that it's like a less anxious one or a more structured around how to deal with anxiety, like that's a different conversation. But just the fact of going back, like that mental hurdle, I feel like if it means something to you, which I think you've already clearly expressed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then you should go for it.
Before you even start the journeys, like before you even start like a hike, for example, like a nature hike. You make sure you have on the right shoes. You make sure you have like a walking stick. You make sure you have like bug spray, like whatever supplies you need for a really long, hard journey. Just make sure that you have those with you. Like let your family know that you're going back and let them know what you need. If you have a therapist, let your therapist know and like work on a comprehensive plan for like what you should do when you feel too stressed out with school. You feel like you can't do it. Like get some cognitive behavioral exercises and remedies and things that you can do. And if you don't have a therapist, get a therapist. Please get a therapist. I think everybody should get a therapist.
That's the number one thing you could do as a student who's dealing with this.
Absolutely.
In like the faculty that, you have a good relationship with. Those relationships are meaningful and can help be a good support system while you're there if your family's not around you.
Just arm yourself to the teeth, buckle down. Remember the things that you have learned about your anxiety, which is it's not a reflection of you being lazy or being afraid or not being strong enough or being too weak. It is literally a physical thing that's going on in your brain. It's a chemical imbalance. It's not a personality flaw. It's a physical thing. So just tell yourself that whenever the little monster in your brain and whenever your boyfriend starts to tell you those very, very untrue things, just remind yourself of what the truth is and hold tight to the truth and just try to black everything else out, which is hard when you have anxiety. I don't want to make it sound easy.
Yeah.
But, just...
But you deserve better.
You do deserve better. And what you said was so real when you were like, my anxiety has been with me longer than he has. It'll probably be with you longer than he will too, because it's not something that you ever just like wake up and you're cured from. Like this is going to be something that you have to live with forever. And you have to make sure that other people that you're living with forever can help you live with the anxiety. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We think you deserve better. I'm not saying that you have to give up on dude, but just plead your case and be like, hey, if you care for me, this is what I need from you. And if you can't give me this, then maybe I should move on because I have to put myself first.
It will be okay.
It will be okay. Maybe we should speak directly to this boyfriend. What do you think?
Oh, my God.
Hey, boyfriend, listen up. So
Charles.
Hello, Charles. So, Charles, I don't get it.
Your girlfriend tells us you're very smart, which I will take her on her word because she seems like a smart person as well.
Mm-hmm. But you are exhibiting behavior that makes us question that. So she mentioned that you get and you understand depression, but not anxiety. That's weird because they often occur in the same part of the brain. They often occur together. It seems like she really likes you and really cares about you. Be kind to her. Be good to her. Be comforting, be a support system for her and not another hurdle that she has to jump over because she's already got plenty. There's school, there's anxiety, there's depression. I'm sure you're a great guy. I'm sure you're fantastic. I'm sure that I'm sure that you've been something really great to her in her life, but there are thousands of you.
Listen.
There are thousands of Charleses out there. She ain't got to stick with you.
What is the quote?
Dick is abundant and low in value. Is that it?
Yeah, that's Dickonomics.
Dickonomics.
So I'm just saying, there's a lot of you.
Who said that? Where do I read that first?
That quote is attributed to the Twitter account Salsa Bitch Emoji. That's at MOSCADDIE. And she says, to any women reading How to Get a Man franchises or sticking around in stale, dissatisfying relationships,
Woo!
dick is abundant and low value.
Bloop, bloop.
And there's a whole great piece about it in Matter called The Dickonomics of Tinder. I did not make that up, guys. I'm not that clever. I think of like 3 puns a year. I mean, this is like a super general conversation too, because there's so many people who are having a hard time communicating what their mental health stuff, how it manifests in their relationship and like what support means to them.
Yeah.
So I hope everyone feels empowered to be like, hey, I just need to have this conversation with you.
Right. You got to pack light, like Badu says. Got too many bags, girl. You're going to break your back. You take that man out of your bag
You're
and you
so
just
right.
walk. You just walk. It's true, though. So remember, you're stronger and you're more powerful and you're lighter when there aren't people in your atmosphere holding you down. So
every day you survive is incredible.
woo! Celebrate that. Absolutely celebrate that. And listen, if you're like, oh my God, I got out of bed today and I sent an email, I'm going to go take myself out for ice cream. When Hayden S. Charles is like, oh, you think it's a big deal.
What?
You sent the email.
Oh my God.
Fuck Charles.
Listen.
Go get your ice cream and tell Charles to get out your damn face. Because that's a victory. That is a victory.
People really don't know sometimes what it takes for some people to like just leave the house. What it took that day.
I cannot tell you how many days I spent, like before I got my shit kind of together, how many days I spent just sitting on the couch. There's
I'm really trying not to cry, guys.
Oh my gosh. But like, there's that cartoon picture of a dog he's sitting in this room engulfed in flames. And like the first panel is just him sitting down. And then the second panel is a close up. And he's got this little smile. He's like, this is fine. That was my life. Like, I know shit is crumbling around me, but
you're just
it's
like,
fine.
This will be okay. It will be okay, though. Yes. You got this, girl. You got this.
You got it. I also remember that, like, even when it seems like you cannot get through another day, there's never been a day that you haven't survived before.
Oh, my God, Tracy, I'm going to start crying.
It's okay. You do what you need to do. But, I mean, just remember that, whether he's with you or not.
Email us at anotherround@buzzfeed.com.
Drink some of your drink, girl. It's okay.
Drinking makes me sadder.
Oh, okay. Give me your
As
drink,
it does
girl. It's
everyone.
Okay.
Anyways, get better substances in your life. Just kidding. Please drink responsibly. And as always, if you guys have a question for us, anotherround@buzzfeed.com.
Yes.
Or tweet us, Facebook us. We're around.
We here. We in these streets.
You can reach us at Heaven Rants on Twitter. That's Heaven like the place I was named after that I do not believe in. And rants like the verb people use to describe Kanye exclusively. I'm trying to get it down, guys.
That was good. And you can find me on Twitter at Brokey McPoverty. Brokey as in my bank account, McPoverty as the saddest meal on McDonald's menu.
As always, shout out to the Pod Squad. That's Jenna Weiss-Berman,
Yay.
Eleanor Kagan,
Woo.
and Julia Furlan.
Wow.
Wow.
Also, thank you to Paul Ruiz at Argo Studios. I promise we're not as drunk as we sound. Music. Thank you to Jean Grey and to Don Will for providing us with some fantastic jam tunes for the podcast. You can
Thank you for the jam tunes.
You can follow Jean Grey at Jean Greasy, and you can follow Don Will at DONWILL. I don't know why I always spell his name out instead of his name.
I think the people know.
Yeah.
We'll be back next week from our vacation. I'll be so relaxed. I don't know what that was. I'm not even going to address that.
That was my air horn being jealous because I'm not going on vacation.
I don't care.
Okay. That's
I'm
fair.
sorry.
That's
It's
fine.
all about me right now.
It's okay. You ain't got to care about me. I was born alone. I was
Thanks for
alone.
listening, y'all.
Thanks. Bye.
As always, shout out to the Pod Squad. That's Julia
Louis Dreyfus.
Oh my God. Can you just please do the credits? My mind is blanked and I was like, it's J with the hyphen. I know Jenna's name. All right. That's Jenna Weiss. Please stop laughing. Can we delete this?
Okay.
Okay.